What am I up to today? Split rims. There we are. We've taken them all off the car. The reason we've taken them off the car, we've had the tyres removed, is all this corrosion around the bolt heads. Give them a quick clean down. The outside rim was lacquered. These are Oz Racing alloys off an Ultima, and the centre spoke side of it has just been polished originally, and the outer rim has been polished and lacquered. And where these, I'm sure the stainless steel bolts go through, it's they're about 14 years old, these rims, so the water is ingressed under the bolts and has started to form that sort of corrosion. So I didn't know anything about them, didn't know what I was letting myself in for, and there doesn't seem to be much on the internet. So I thought I'd take them apart and have a go. I'm going to get the rims professionally polished. So there's the car. As you can see, we've removed all four wheels off the car. That one's ready to be stripped down. What I've done before stripped them down is by the valve I've put a line going through the outer rim, the spoke middle section and the inner rim, and I've marked it up number 2, number 2, number 2, so when I put them all back together I'm putting them all back the same way round. I don't know if I need to, but I've done it anyway. It's actually got a date stamp on this here. It's February 05 by the looks of it, 14th February 05, and these wheels were supplied in 2006 and the car was registered in 2008. So this is the one, onto it now then. This is the one I've stripped down. So we have the outer rim that as you can see is quite badly corroded. I'm going to take that for professional polishing. We had the middle spoke section that there's a little recess, you can see just around here, and that takes what they call an O-ring seal, and it's got a recess on that side and a recess on that side, and then we've got the outer rim there. Oh, wait a second. The outer rim there, which again is extremely lightweight. That's not going to be polished, that's just going to be repainted. And hanging up here, don't know if you see them too well, those are what they call O-ring seals. I'm not sure if they're a little bit self-adhesive or something originally to stick on. I might have fun getting them back in the groove and them not falling apart when I reassemble. I'm not sure if I've got to reassemble with any sort of grease, so that when I torque them down, they torque down evenly and you don't gather up and cause a leak. So there's a bit of a learning curve to go through. We've started, so I'll finish. Yeah, the wheels are coming apart. The wheels, spokes and rims are going for professional polishing. I might take a few more bits off to get them polished while I'm at it, and I'll let you know how we get on and what it entails. Other bits to polish, I think are quite likely going to be these original pylon mounts. Will benefit from professional polish, and underneath the hood maybe the oil catch tank. So this is the last one taken apart. On the back wheels it probably collects more dirt. Don't know if it's going to focus in there, can you see? You've got the clean part there, which is where the rubber seal sits, the O-ring, but the rest of it has picked up a fair old amount of corrosion. This car's in otherwise really good cosmetic condition. It's been stored. It's 14 years old, and I don't think it's ever been used in the salt. But we have 4 sets of wheels to rebuild. I'm not going to be using this in the winter. Whizzed them apart, had the tyres taken off and took them and had them professionally polished. I had a load of stuff professionally polished, and been really happy with the way everything's come out. It's all come up an absolute dream. But split rims always seem to be a little bit of a mystery. You never knew what I was in store for. How I'd take them apart, when I took them apart, what bits I'd find, and how I'd put them back together. So I'll do a little video on what I've done, how I've done it, how the factory at Ultima's told me to do it. I'll show you over here. I don't know if we'll be able to see too well. This is the rubber seal that came out, and it looks like a half round sort of flat rubber seal, like an O-ring, complete O-ring. That's what I took out, and these are what have been sent. Only can't see too well. It's a round profile on this one. See that? Is it focused? It's a round profile O-seal, and it's slightly longer. What you do, you feed the O-ring into the groove, working your way all the way around. And then when you get to the join at the bottom, there's an overlap here. And what the factory recommends is you cut 5mm short, pull them together and glue them together with super glue. It's Gorilla Glue. There are other makes available. So you glue them together there with super glue. Now I tried this on one O-ring. The first one I did, I cut 3mm short and it was okay. The second one I did for the other side, because there's no ring this side and that side, I cut it 5mm short, and every time I pulled it to try and get it in, it effectively popped out of the recess. So I then stretched it and managed to get it to stretch by pulling it, and then it was a little bit too long. So then I'd cut it again and put it down to just a couple of mil short, and then it seemed to sit in the ring, stay in the ring. So while I put the outer half of the rim on. Right, hopefully you can see this. There's the join there. I just cut it, glued it together with a bit of super glue, and the seal is sitting in the recess all the way around the wheel. There we go. I'll show you here, might better see a bit better. That's the, is that focused on there? Is it focused that close? That's the seal that's going in. It's a round profile seal. That's the seal that came out. It's quite different. It's like a flat with one ridge, pointy ridge on it. Quite a broad seal. Maybe it's been compressed for 14 years and it's deformed into that. But I doubt it. They'll probably change the type of seal. So we have that there. There's a seal on this side, and there's another seal on the other side. We're doing one at a time. On the join there, we get, just Open the top of the can. I'll show you. Bear with me. Wobbly camber. Right, so on the seal there, we've got some silicone gasket seal. We'll just put a little squirt
like a bird on a tree
of silicone gasket seal on there.
I'm just sitting
Put it back on.
I got time.
So
it's clear to see.
So it seals where the glued joint is.
The world seems
We'll put this wheel.
We can sit
together.
It's so
All the
beautiful.
way around.
You and me, we meant to be
So we've just got some reference pointers to where the joint
in the
actually
great
is.
outdoors, forever free.
What we're going to do, we need to turn it over, and we need to turn it over without the seal coming loose. So what I'm going to do, put a couple of bolts in, just nip them down, that'll hold it all together. I can flick it over and I can put the other half of the rim on.
From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Right, so I've got 4 bolts just nipped up. I'm checking every single hole to make sure I can't see any O-ring encroaching on any part of any hole.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
Apologies for the back to you.
I got time.
Right, so that all seems to be right. We're just nipped down. We've got the O-ring on the first part of the wheel.
From up here,
We can now safely turn the wheel over.
small,
I'll check around the edge of it.
we can sit
Check there's no signs
together. It's so beautiful.
of the O-ring
You and me,
coming out of the seal on this side.
we meant to be in the great
That all looks good.
forever free.
And we'll put it down that way. Now we'll put the O-ring in this side. New O-ring. Feed it around in here.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Quite a painstaking job,
You and me
but
meant
it's
to
got to be done right. The last thing we need
be in the great
is to be
outdoors,
putting tyres on wheels
forever.
that don't fit. Upside down.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see.
I know.
From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors,
More of it.
forever free.
Better to take not enough than to take too much off.
Sometimes you need to go,
And we have a perfect fit on that
take a
there.
step back
Okay,
to see the truth of
back with the super glue.
you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great
Like a
outdoors,
super glue on there.
forever free.
Gorilla glue. There are other makes available.
You and me meant to
Quickly in the
be
joint.
in the great outdoors,
We'll let that set.
forever free.
Don't fiddle with it too much like I do. We'll let that set. That's all got a perfect seal. Once that's set, I'll take these bolts out and then we will carefully position the other half of the rim on.
Like a bird on a tree. I'm just
Little bit of silicone sealant. Position the other half of the rim on.
I got
Super glue's gone off there. We've taken the 4 bolts out.
clear to see
We're just going to
from up here.
little squirt of silicone.
The world
That way.
seems small.
That goes
We can sit
all around there to get a
together.
good seal.
It's
on
so
that.
beautiful.
Wipe it on my trousers, why not? Check the
Meant to be
O seals in the right place
in the
all the
great
way around.
outdoors,
Checking the inner O seal
forever
hasn't jumped since we've taken the securing bolts out. Gonna get the other half of the wheel. Carefully line up the holes.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back
And like that.
to see the
Nice.
truth around
Look
you.
round.
From a distance you can tell.
Any O-rings, protrusions through any of the holes.
Meant to be
4.
in the great
Goes
outdoors,
straight.
forever free. You and me, meant to be
Just nip up.
in the great outdoors, forever free.
some washers. Without dropping them.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting
Try
here.
again. Sat for
I
too
got
long.
time, it's clear to see. From up here,
I'm laying cold hands this morning.
the world
Like
seems
sunshine.
small.
Just a little bit.
We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors,
More.
forever free.
Because I don't want anything to move and gravity is pushing everything down, I rotate it by the bottom wheel, bottom rim, so we have a little bit of an overhang opposites there, so I can
Around you, from a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
oh, turn the light off. Before we go any further, I'm going to check around again, make sure that O-ring hasn't jumped, because that would be disastrous. Every single hole,
Like a bird on a tree,
all the way around.
I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From
All looks
up
good.
here, the world seems small. We can sit together.
Turn it up on end.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be
Adjust the camera and we'll check around here
great outdoors,
for any O-ring
forever free.
protrusion.
Sometimes you need to go
So
step back to see the truth
that there is looking quite good.
around you.
We've got 4 bolts in.
Since you can tell.
I'm going to put another 4 bolts in, nip them down a little bit, load the wheel with all the bolts, and then torque them down slowly. The final torque is 12 foot-pounds. I'm going to take them down to 4 foot-pounds and then 8 foot-pounds and then 12 foot-pounds, so we don't pinch the seal or nothing goes astray and pops out of position.
In the great outdoors, forever free.
Right, that's all the bolts. nip down and get a torque wrench. I'll set it to, I'll do £5. So we'll see how that goes. There we go, £5 over there.
I'm just sitting here.
Do opposite.
I got time. It's clear to see.
£5 over there.
From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful. You and me.
£5 over there.
We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
That should stop the seal from creeping. What I'll probably do, be on the safe side, I'll do mid-spacing ones as well at £5.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From
So
a
it
distance you can tell.
doesn't give the seal.
You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So it doesn't give the seal any opportunity to group up and deform.
Meant to
And now I'll go round and I'll do every one. I won't put you through that. Right, so there we go. There's 2 split rims rebuilt, ready for the tyres to go on, all nicely polished up. Got the valve stems fitted, new valve stems, so we just need to take them to somebody we can trust to get the tyres refitted and balanced. Then we'll be in with a shout to getting it back on the road.
like a bird on a
We've still got 2 more in the garage here to do.
I got time.
So
It's clear to see
it's probably a job for another day now,
from up here.
and then we'll get them back on the car,
The world seems small.
the car back on the road.
We
I hope
can
this has
sit
been a little bit of help to people, because I didn't have a clue. Split rims, I didn't know what I was letting myself in for, didn't know how they were sealing between the rims, didn't know if I could reassemble them with the tyres already fitted. But obviously now it's hard enough to get them back together with those O-ring seals in the right place without them moving, without doing it with the tyres in the way as well. You wouldn't be able to inspect the rim and the seal from that side if you had the tyres fitted, and you wouldn't know what the hell was going on.
take a step back.
So if it's been informative, if you've enjoyed it, it's been helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Distance you
It
can
all helps. See you next time.